Like, you got to understand something. If your team is not going to be a championship contender team, then you gotta put money. Mm-hmm. Like for instance, people clown the Lakers. Mm-hmm. In the whole there's the Bronny thing, right?
Yeah.
But Bronny's G League jersey did astronaut. It's one of the greatest selling G League jerseys of all time, and it's even up amongst one of the top selling jerseys in the NBA. Period. Whatever money that they've invested in him, whatever player they lost out on, that would have been the 12th man on the bench. The amount of revenue generated. Shedeur Sanders would sell so many jerseys and create so much hype that even if he didn't pan out, it would still be very lucrative and give some excitement to the fan base, because
we need some excitement.
If you go to a Raiders game, man, it's the parking is terrible.
It's desolate.
You gotta walk from, even if you're in the casino, like I think it's the Luxor or whatever, the Aria, whatever, whichever one it is. From there to the stadium,
it's a walk.
It's damn near a country mile. So there's not, so even going to 10 and support the Raiders is really a difficult thing, and it's quite expensive. So you need some level of excitement.
You got to bring something.
And somebody like that brings that level of excitement.
True that.
And that buys you as a franchise 2 to 3 years to kind of get it together.
True that. I'm agree with you on that, because I'm.
Cause that's one thing the Raiders been missing. Not only have the team not performed on the field, but when you talk to real Raiders fans, there doesn't seem to be a lot of excitement. Everybody's kind of.
I'm not excited.
And so you gotta do something to invigorate.
Yeah, I'm not excited about them. I mean, I'm always be a diehard Raider fan. Raiders are bust, but I'm not excited about the shit. And it's like we get excited early, and then it just be like the same shit. Like Charlie Brown. AP?
Yeah,
Dude gone. I'm sorry.
He didn't even get a fair shot. He got a fair shot. He got a shot, but I'm just saying he didn't have nothing to work with, really.
No, you gave away one of the top 4 receivers in the league. But actually,
was there some personality conflicts there?
Nah, you can't have a great ass receiver with fucking middle school quarterbacks.
Brother Broski, what's happening?
Bro, what's happening, bro?
But they did it before, though. You know what I'm saying? They managed to win. But if you got an all-around good team,
you got to have some collective cohesiveness. That shit got to gel like she got to gel and blend like Jello. You put that shit in the refrigerator. Before you put it in the refrigerator, it's liquid, and then you put it in the refrigerator, that shit gets solid.
Now, how much of this is on the brother? And one of the things that was been said is that you have such limited control as a coach, because you'll have Mark Davis
fuck up shit.
Literally saying, put this dude in, like calling them.
Now
they say Jerry Jones was doing the same type of thing, but they were saying at certain points, coaches and general managers could always tell Jerry Jones,
shut the fuck up.
Hey, blood, back up, man, and let us. This is what you're paying us for. And apparently you can't do that with Mark Davis.
Hey, here's the thing. Mark Davis is a fucking idiot. I'm sorry. I said he's an idiot. Always have been an idiot. It's stupid son. He's fucking Fredo.
He really was.
For real. Motherfucker, you're not your daddy.
He was a knock.
Yeah.
For most of his life.
Hoagie was hiding. But yeah, he's not his daddy. So he come in trying to do the same shit his dad did. And that's not coaching to the situation. His dad was a football man. Exactly. Al Davis forgot more about football. You was
just the son of a football man.
Al Davis then forgot more about football than a lot of motherfuckers know about football.
But when he gets to talking, you got to.
Exactly. We don't respect that shit. Take your motherfucking fruit salad bowl head cutting ass somewhere. I remember we was in a casino in Vegas one year, right? I was out there at a work convention. We out there. And he was in the casino. And
what's up, Brother Broski?
So, one of my coworkers like, hey, Mark Davis, hey, we all Raider fans. Like, hey, one of us want to take a picture with you. And my other coworker, he was tapping in my other coworker, like, hey, yeah, he's one of your biggest fans, and he didn't see him.
Mm-hmm.
So when we tapped him on the shoulder, it was like, hey, look, somebody want to take a picture with you. We was talking about Mark Davis. Jason wanted to take a picture with you, so my coworker Jason turned around and looked at him. He was like, man, fuck you. Fuck him.
Oh, wow.
Oh, bro, you would have seen the look on Mark Davis' face.
Now, why would he do that?
Hey, no, he kept it real, though. I was even like, I will take a picture with you, but
he
just looked at. Nah, he kept it a buck, and my coworker, he was like, man, fuck you, and that's really what it was. But it just was funny because, dude, I'll never root for another team except for a team that's playing against a team in the AFC West, or somebody that's playing against the Niners.
Yeah.
But we got a long road to go.
But it could be turned around swiftly with the right management and stuff. Speaking of the right management, I see. Damn, what was it? I was just looking at this shit. The boy Elon Musk. Apparently, he told him to shut it down. And so I guess I think they was working out.
I'm talking about shutting down the government.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But then there's some people that's kind of getting concerned because they're like, okay, who's in charge?
Well, you got
the dude that everybody voted for, or other partner.
But
really been, yeah, of course, everybody's got advisors and influencers, right?
But
have they really been that out front with it? Like, do this.
But them. Hey, remember what I said? What did I say all along? With them assassination attempts. That was them getting line motherfucker situations. The play has been called.
The thing is...
What's happening, Millie? Appreciate you tuning in.
Hey, Millie. Merry Christmas. My thing is that... I mean, I'm sure he don't really care, but...
I don't give a fuck.
Dude really went from everybody like, man, he's this super genius and respecting him to... Hey, man, Blood, a lightweight weirdo. Racist weirdo.
Who ain't weird? Ask yourself this question. No, let's keep it a buck. Let's peel the layers back.
I ain't weird, man.
When it comes to...
man.
We all weird to somebody.
I'm a player, man.
We can be a player, but to somebody that's a non-player, the shit we do could be considered weird.
Put it to you like this. But my weirdness might be... Nigga, I eat my sandwiches down the middle, then I eat the two halves, and I eat chicken thighs, and I eat the chicken first, then I eat the skin. So I got them type of weirdnesses. Blood on some, and as a supposedly extremely intelligent man, supposedly one of the smartest men on the earth, and then he says things like, oh, if I get on a plane, I hope there's not a black person flying it because of the supposedly DEI, even though a person of his intelligence knows ain't no DEI pilots. They don't lower no standards. So some of the things that why I say Blood is weird to me is that you're a multi-billionaire, right? And you really have the power to reshape the world because you can go. Just like how I can talk to you, he can talk to the fucking president. You and not just the president of America. There ain't a president on earth that if they say, "Oh, dude on line 3,"
they're gonna take the call.
So I'm saying you have a level of power that nobody in the world has.
He has audience.
So why are you pushing some agenda that's divisive, like talking this DEI and shit like that? And here's the thing, a lot of that, I hope there ain't a DEI pilot, hoping there ain't a DEI doctor. You out, Ram? All right, peace, my brother.
Peace out to Ram.
When you pushing these agendas,
right?
My thing is that if you're truly as intelligent as you're supposed to be, then black people, Latinos, and stuff like that aren't inherently inferior. So when you pushing these things, be like,
but they already bought Teslas.
But here's the thing about
it. How many niggas own Teslas?
Well, I guess my point is that
they gonna turn
if you're really this intelligent and you're this rich, so no one can boss you around, so you ain't got to be beholden to nothing. Why are you pushing these agendas?
Because I don't give a fuck.
Okay, but if you don't give
Ego,
a fuck, why would you
arrogance.
push these negative agendas? That's
Because
baffling to me.
because you get a point to where people who don't give a fuck.
Shout out to Nate,
Nate,
my
what's happening,
man
sir?
Nate.
What's happening? Hey,
Me and Nate was just reminiscing the other day about Jamie Foxx getting his ass beat.
Oh, by LL? Yeah.
No, Jamie Foxx literally just got his ass beat.
Oh, the
Hit
shit
the
somebody
mouth
threw
with
a
a bottle and all that shit.
See, that's yeah. You know, I don't. Yeah, I wasn't there. I ain't seen the video. I need footage. You know.
I put well, the
We
shit was
can't-
on CNN, so that was good for me.
And CNN says all type of shit.
I'm
But-
here to say, the nigga Jamie is a cool nigga.
Mhm.
Nate would disagree, but that's because of some other thing that I ain't gonna go into on the air.
Mhm.
Put you like this: the nigga Nate ain't cool. I mean, the nigga Jamie ain't cool. Nate is super cool. That's my nigga for life.
Shout out to Nate.
Jamie ain't cool, but he's Hollywood, so you expect certain shaky shit from Hollywood niggas.
That's the thing. You got all.
But the thing is that I could tell. I looked him in his eye. Like I seen Nate. I'm gonna tell this a little bit. I seen Nate pressing, and Jamie didn't want no problems, right? But the niggas around Jamie was acting like they wanted a problem. And I can see the way they was acting, the way they was demeanor. I could see Jamie going somewhere and Jamie not wanting no problems with nobody, and his niggas putting him in a position. And now he done got hit in the mouth, and it's all on CNN. Jamie Foxx got his mouth bust all open. Right when he done made this big comeback on Netflix. So one day there's, Jamie Foxx has this powerful special on Netflix, and then the next day, Jamie Foxx busts all in the mouth.
Salute. His family wrote some of Jamie music and they ain't never paid him.
I actually wasn't gonna reveal that part, but since it's out there, a lot of
run me my coins. I'm with you on that. Pay me
Jamie
my
Foxx
shit. Pay me
did
for my services.
some shit that a lot of motherfuckers in Hollywood do. They utilize someone else's talent
and bubble off of it. Oh, of course.
And then pretend like that person didn't exist.
Oh yeah,
now, this is why my nigga Nate is real one. Nate, you one of the realest niggas walking the face of the earth.
And
right?
you already know you
because
got carte
some
blanche,
people, because we was
open invitation to come on the show.
in this place, and it's these celebrities in there, and they bring Jamie in, and everybody's worshiping him, right? Because he's Jamie Foxx, right?
Yeah, he said him and Ray J. Hey, that's another. Yeah, I
but what do Nate say? You know what? He cheated my partners, and I'm finna go get at him.
Right.
And I'm like,
business is business.
And he pressed the line where some people wouldn't have pressed him. You know what I'm saying? Because it's Jamie Foxx. But real is real.
Hey.
And you got on that nigga line.
Right is right, wrong
and I
is
respect
wrong.
it.
All day. I'm always respect it.
And here go the Whopper. You remember Solar Records?
Yeah.
Okay, Solar Records was Shalimar and this and that, right? They once did an unsung on them, and there was a dude from the group Rolls Royce, and he said, hey, when dude was on his deathbed and was like, man, you about to die. Pay us our money. And the niggas still wouldn't pay them. And you sit there and you be like, the nature of the beast in Hollywood is so fucked up that a nigga will cheat you and then have 48 hours to live. Fucking, I ain't finna spend the money, and could do right by you. And a nigga will go to their grave not doing right. And that's how fucked up Hollywood is.
Hey, ego is a hell of a drug. Just like, speaking of, and we'll get on a little bit, but like you look at the whole shit going on with the Diddler. All his shit is based on his ego. You know that. None of this shit.
Because the thing, Diddler could have walked in the club and been like, I need 10 bitches and we finna go orgy, and 10 bitches, you didn't have to beat nobody, convince nobody. You could have had 15 bitches in the bed going buck.
Ego is a hell of a drug. Because that nigga sat there and gave a speech about
so Ray J did some real shit. He pulled it off.
Salute. But the Diddler did some shit to where he did a speech.
I can't understand
and he
what
thanked
his mind
Cassie
was going through
on something, and that was the trigger. That was that started the domino. He was on some ego shit. on some
So
bullshit.
basically, he was fucking with her.
Yeah, he did the big
Hey,
me
so
little you
shout
shit.
out to Nate. Hey, one
What's
thing
up, Love
about
Honesty?
one thing about having a partner like Nate.
Yeah.
Nate, shout out Nate. When you gonna come on down? Hey Nate, you know Lori finna be here in about 10 minutes.
Slide.
Hey Nate, come on down one day. But one thing about having a partner like Nate is that, you know, and a little bit about your story, you know, he walked off over 30 years as a teenager behind the toughest walls in the whole world. Didn't fold, didn't break, didn't develop any mental problems, came
Salute.
out and did work for others. Like some people get out
Make
and be
it
like,
happen.
"Oh, I'm safe." Nate went back into the belly of the beast to save
Hey,
other
let me
people.
pull y'all
so
up,
respect you, and I just want to let you know, man. I always got 100%
Hey, I've always
bulletproof
said
love for you. But one thing about
love to hear your story here.
one
Let's
thing
tell it.
about having real niggas like that
Yeah.
is that if something was to happen to me,
Mhm.
I got all these movies out here and this and that, right?
Mhm.
And I know if the company was not taking care of my family properly, if they could get the word to a nigga like him,
He gonna go.
I
ask
know
some
he'll
questions.
press that issue.
Like, hey,
Hey,
something ain't right. What's going on?
and you gotta have that because a lot
I
of
need to
people,
understand.
a lot of people in this entertainment industry, y'all go into these situations, y'all sign these contracts, and you don't have a Nate. You don't have a nigga that will stand up and fight for you. And next thing you know, your money ain't right. You ain't getting treated correctly. They tell
that
you the
shit done.
check gonna be there on Tuesday, and then they tell you there's been some expenses. So, just anybody that's in business, or
You need
if
that.
you're in business, if you're in the entertainment world, whatever you in, if you're doing something outside of a 9 to 5, you gotta have people who will stand on business no matter what.
True that.
Because some people, you can send them in, like I once had a deal with KTVU, Channel 2,
Yeah.
and somebody convinced me, oh, don't you go in there. You know, big
Let me
burly
go on
nigga.
your behalf. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then they came out and said, and they literally told me,
Oh,
they
it ain't
cool
gonna
off
work.
you. But they want me to do some shit. And I'm sitting there looking like,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm sitting there like,
The switcheroo.
and this was like maybe 2014, so I was already mature.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there as they talking to me, and I'm thinking, man, if this was 1989, I would have you. You would have got physically injured
Yeah.
trying to sell me this bullshit.
Right.
For sure, Nate. Make sure,
Right.
man, you holler, man, when you ready to come on down, man.
Yeah,
and like
we
I
ready
said,
for you, bro.
that vibe, that's why I was wearing. That's why I'm wearing that vibe. That
Shout out
vibe
to
is gonna
that
be in the
vibe.
building. Shout out to Al. Shout
birthday?
out to Rachel,
Yeah.
aka April, and shout out to Lori. Lori
Shout out to
Lopes.
Lori.
You know,
Locks. They got a event tomorrow.
yeah.
Matter of
Ugly
fact.
sweater party. I'm gonna
Yeah.
come in a pretty sweater. Hey, you know what though? Here's something I got to tell you.
Yeah.
Since we've been doing this show,
Mm-hmm.
we have really encountered a lot of epic people.
Yes.
Yeah, Nate, I'm gonna be there tomorrow too. So, hey, let's have a sip. We've really encountered. It's really a lot of dope people out here.
We network.
I don't understand these people be like, oh, I don't got no friends, or it ain't nobody for me. And I be sitting there like, I meet all kinds of truly dope people. So shout out to all the dope people, all the guests. Have you counted how many guests we've had over the last 5 years?
6. Well, 5, yeah, because next year is year 6. Like, and here's the thing. Like,
Has it been 100?
oh, we got well over 100 episodes.
Okay. Well, shout out to each and every one of them.
Like, because you know how some people do stuff and they do episodes, or they'll say a season is like 8 or 9 episodes, or 10 to 12 episodes. 8 to 10 episodes, I guess, in media is considered a season. I don't count us like that. So nigga, we going on 6 years.
We're on season 20.
Yeah, no, more than that. If you go, 6, and we've only not done the show maybe 10 times.
Right.
And going on 6 years. we have ran into a lot of people. Just like we was at the.
We've met some people that I went from, I had never even heard of them to now I consider them truly friends.
Yeah.
You know, this has been an epic experience.
And that's the whole point of this show, is to network and to build and expose people to our audience, and us get exposed to their audience.
But we've also been exposed to them and been able to build. There's some people. I mean, we have
been networking, bro.
This has been a great fucking idea. I'll give you your props.
Thank you.
This is a great fucking idea.
We just trying to do it because, and hey, the Most High has continued to bless us with opportunities, and going forward, I'm just like, shit, we're gonna do more, and I'm looking into putting us on more different more platforms and reaching out more. And I'm not the super editor guy and this and all that, but I gotta get my, I gotta get into my, okay, this is what I'm gonna do mode. So I'm gonna have to start learning some more shit to put us out there more. So, but yeah, we
I'm gonna have to go to the store and all this holiday traffic because I got a sweater, but it ain't ugly. So I'm gonna have to go cop me
I'm aware. Hey, I seen a post. Hey, speaking of ugly sweaters, I seen a post by somebody who had me rolling. The post, and y'all, this for the ugly sweater shit, because I know where you're going. But this was funny. The post the person put up said, I'm going to wear a sweater with this nigga baby mama on it as an ugly sweater. And I seen the shit, and I was cracking up like, damn.
That's out of pocket.
That's funny, though. That's funny. That's funny. Hey, that's funny. I was like, damn. And I was like, man, that's some cold shit. I don't participate in all that pagan shit, but y'all make sure y'all just.
I used to be, and I'm gonna give myself credit. I was on some fuck Christmas shit in '89.
I don't
in '90, all through the '90s and shit like that. But now in 2024, I fucks with all them holidays because we've lost. Not we,
our identity.
But I've lost so many people, and it was so many good times that was had that I probably was on some other shit and didn't fuck with. And now that I done got old, I'm on some sentimental shit.
Okay.
And so, anytime, I don't care what the occasion is, anytime some of my family members are gathering.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I'm there.
Yeah,
even if I'm on my way to go get some paper, even if I got really some better shit to do or some shit that could really advance my cause.
Yeah.
When it used to be, oh, nigga, I gotta wake up at 1 in the afternoon. Nigga, I ain't going to that shit. Fuck you niggas.
Yeah.
But now in this modern era, oh, y'all finna go pick daisies by the lake? I'm finna slide through. But that's because fuck the event. Fuck Christmas. Fuck Thanksgiving. Fuck all that shit.
Fuck all that shit.
I'm a nigga that ain't built for that shit. But I've lost so many people. I've lost so many people that the few ones that I got left are so precious to me that if they say, man, we finna go to In-N-Out. Well, shit, if y'all ain't going to the drive-thru and y'all gonna sit down, a nigga like me is on my way. And some of my family members kind of be like, okay. Because they've always known I was a nigga who didn't fuck with it.
Yeah.
And now I'd be like, I can't even understand. Be like, I done lost so many people that if I lose you, I don't want to have no regrets. Because I've lost a lot of people and I didn't have them regrets like, man, I should have returned their call. Man, I should have came and kicked it with them. And now they gone. So thus, I felt that so many times that I've pledged myself, whatever time I got left on this planet, I'm never gonna have that feeling again.
Right.
If something happens to somebody, I'm not gonna be the one. I wish I would have. No, I'm gonna be able to say, I came and fucked with them.
You know something? You're right, because with us as the melanated people, the only time, because I mean, it's not too many big mamas left. We know that. A lot of you niggas have sold Big Mama's house for some bullshit.
Yeah, but mine left in the 90s and we scattered to the wind.
What happens is we only get together at funerals and holidays as opposed to celebrating everybody's birthdays.
Yeah.
The elders, like my family, we get together on some of the elders' birthdays.
Right.
Some
In
of
my
my
family,
family,
we got no
they
elders.
still do holidays.
Mm-hmm.
Now my grandmother on my mom's side is my only living grandparent.
Mm-hmm.
She's still alive, still here. Love you to death.
Amen.
Still here.
Hey, my sister is watching. Hey, Michelle. Shout
Hello.
out to Michelle, my sister.
Salute. But we gathered during these times,
Mm-hmm.
and we can change the, like you said, not acknowledge the season, because I don't acknowledge the season. I don't participate in that. I don't give my energy to those things.
Right.
But the opportunity to gather with my family is a good thing.
And that's
So
some shit
I'ma
that
do
meant
that.
nothing to me 20 years ago.
So I'm gonna do that, because that's what it's about. I just don't participate in those activities that give that energy, because that's a whole thing, and I don't want to go into it and ruin y'all shit. But
Hey,
I
shout
will.
out to Priya.
I will.
Priya
Hey,
Plus.
Priya, what's happening? I can give y'all the ism on all that, but I don't give my energy to that, because once you give your energy to something, you've lost something.
Yeah.
But the times that we, as families, we get together is a blessing. It's good.
It really is. But
Because-
sometimes when you're a younger man, you don't realize what a blessing it is. And then you become a mature, older man, and you start wishing, and so ain't here.
Right.
Such and such ain't here. So and so still around, but they they basically bedridden, and you be like, fuck, man, I wish, man, I would've.
Right.
Sometimes I find myself, since I done got old, since I done got mature, shout out to my big sister.
Okay.
Sometimes a nigga really be wishing for a time machine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a nigga
Who
really be
doesn't?
wishing for a time machine.
Yeah, we all have those times where we sit back and look at times and shit we've done where it was just love, and like I can speak for my family, both sides of my family. We used to do big shit as a group. I mean real big shit. And don't get me wrong, we still do shit on some levels, but the essence, and this is prevalent everywhere in the melanated community. The connection of having to do continuing these events and these things, well, they've been lost so much, and that ain't by accident. We all know that, and it has nothing to do with these not real holidays that you niggas celebrate, because next Wednesday is the birth of Nimrod, not the birth of Caesar Borgia. That's another story. But all the shit we do.
Because December in Palestine wouldn't have been no baby in no manger, but
Wasn't even
anyway.
no fucking manger, but those are the things that we did because that's what we was brought up on. Because you can do something, you can be doing something forever, family traditions, and it don't mean it's right, but you've done it and you're used to it. That's what we done, and the ball got dropped a long time ago in our community.
Very long ago.
And we left trying to pick up the pieces now and starting to realize that, damn, we got hoodwinked, we got bamboozled. It's always been about us. It has always been about us.
Yes,
And
indeed.
we continue, whether it's through these celebrities, the egos whose dicks y'all be sucking psychologically.
And don't forget, some of these celebrities is literally paid
Demons.
to double cross you,
Demons.
to lead you in a certain path.
Yeah. And y'all be giving them too much power. But the power
Trying
is...
to dress like them, wait until they say who to vote for, what to do.
Take that.
Come on, man.
I mean, the thing is, and
That man told
I
you
keep it a
vote or
buck.
die.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like a lot of these super brands that people be on, and I'm far from broke, but I've never been into a lot of that shit. Never have. I got shit. Now, don't get me wrong. There's some shit that like Movados and shit. I was having.
I bought a Versace shirt once. And I walked around. I went to Mingles in it and felt like an idiot. I felt like an idiot in that.
I've had high-end watches when I was in high school because I'm a
Right.
watch collector, but my dad got me into a lot of shit. My dad
Right.
is anyway. That's another story, but yeah. But I got introduced to a lot of shit.
Shout out to Pops.
Yeah, at a young age. But I was cool. You know, I had a Movado in high school. High school.
So your Pops put you up on that.
All the shit. But a lot of shit. I used to get a lot of shit. But
Shout out to the Pops that's really actually took any moments with their children.
And like all these, because I trip off. I'm looking at society now. Everybody talk about these jeans where motherfuckers are spending a whole lot of money on jeans and they just fucking jeans. I'm not knocking anybody individual brand or none of this shit. But I'm really like,
I'm gonna wear some $20 jeans, but
where
I'll wear some $300 joints. Sorry.
The shit,
Even if I got paper.
all the shit is meant to do is to cover your legs and your balls and your ass and your vagina or whatever. So don't get me wrong, you can be comfortable.
Now I will wear a fly ass shirt, but the trousers, nigga, gonna be some basic black joints for $20.
I be like, and you know, and once again, I ain't a broke nigga. I have been broke before, but I'm not broke now.
Yes.
But I'm still like, I'm not finna go spend.
Shout out to not being broke.
Yeah, shout out to the people who got some money. They can make it happen. You know, but we get lost in the fluff or the allure of quote unquote success. And you gotta have this on and that on to be some status symbol. And a lot of y'all, let me tell you something. I've been in a room with millionaires and billionaires. I've had conversations with people that make way more money than I make. I've had actual conversations with them, and they look like they got a fucking paper route. When I say that, I mean by the attire they wear. I'll use our cultural icon Michael Jordan for example. This
Mike,
man wearing cowboy boots
jeans?
and big. He don't look like, but he got it. The
and you know he got it.
Exactly. That's a person who you know has it. You know what I'm saying? And he dresses like
that nigga's a fashion victim. Let's keep it 100.
And
he's really from North Carolina.
But here's the thing. But what's wrong with that? Society in the music industry now puts you in the mindset to, if you ain't got this and you ain't spending this and you ain't doing XYZ, you ain't got it. No, nigga, I'm smart enough to know that I don't need all that and I got it. And
You ever been in a room though with somebody that's really on that level? Like the last time that I was actually had a moment with a billionaire, dude was worth like $5 billion. And we started talking some real shit, and I started saying, I said, hey, I got some things going on in East Oakland that could really use your help. And you started saying, well, what is it that you really need to make a difference? And as we was talking, another nigga came over and said, man, let me hold something. You know you got it. And I was sitting there like, and now the conversation was basically over. And all I could think about was,
you just
okay, I don't know what's going on.
Trying to build.
But the only dude came into the event where we was at, and he had on a t-shirt and jeans. In fact, he had his wife with him, who was a Victoria's Secret model. So all the attention was on her. A lot of people, since dude was so plain, a lot of people wasn't on him. But I knew who dude was, so I came over and I started holding a conversation with him. And we was at a moment, but then somebody else started saying, you know, dude worth X, Y, Z. And a motherfucker literally came on like we talking, and nigga came, hey, how much, nigga, let me hold something. And it kind of fucked off the conversation. It didn't kind of fuck off the conversation.
No, it fucked off the conversation.
The conversation was done. And all I could think about was, here was a man with the power and the ability to change your life. And the best you could do when you walked up to him was basically be on some funny shit. And I'm like, blownopportunities.com. You know what I'm saying?
Right. The loudest nigga in the room gonna tell it all.
But the way dude was dressed, if you'd have said somebody in this room is a billionaire, 90% of the public wouldn't have guessed it was him.
Exactly.
You know, because there was not. I mean, he had a Lambo parked outside, but unless you had him seen him pull up,
exactly.
There was nothing about him that you would have said, "Oh, this nigga got paper."
Right. And them the ones who usually skate through all the scenarios of they overlook you. And that's the best way to be, because I can have it, but I ain't got to show you I got it.
Right.
Ego get a lot of you niggas put in the crosshairs.
Oh man, ego begins. Man, half of that. What's Evergreen Cemetery over there on 66? Probably 30% of the people that's occupying space in there was because of some ego related shit.
Yeah, ego's a motherfucker.
Don't let your ego kill your ego. Don't let your ego kill you.
Pour that shit over the rocks and swallow it all.
Hi, Most Def reference. That means it's a hip hop head in the building.
You know what I'm saying? I got those. But cause yeah, like you said, don't get me wrong, I've had an ego. And it took some soul searching and some realizing the situations, and even now, I'm humbly cocky. That's my shit.
Would
that's
that
my
be
term.
what they call woke?
I will say, the term woke has been bastardized and been it's a gift and a curse, because society and the powers that be have made it to look at niggas as, and when I say nigga, I mean newbie, intelligent, God-gifted African. People who are aware, let's call it that.
Okay.
Aware and
because they've bastardized woke.
Yeah. We can still say woke, but I mean, it's looked at now as on some bullshit. And that's the thing about it. Every time we own to something, it's the infiltration has happened and it's made to look into some bullshit.
Right.
Knowledge of self is prevalent.
And even Chuck D and them in the 80s was talking about you got to have knowledge of self. And now all of a sudden to think woke or having knowledge of self is suddenly supposed to be a bad thing?
Because here's the thing, and this is looking at business and how you infiltrate and market and attack something. Public Enemy, one of the greatest groups of all time,
by far. Chuck D follows me on Twitter.
They separated and tried to make Flavor Flav with that whole Flavor of Love shit and all that try to make it a joke, because he was.
But Chuck D did say, "I don't know what the fuck this is all about."
But that's exactly, and that's the thing. This industry, this system, this shit that y'all bow y'all heads to and give y'all allegiance to, knowingly and unknowingly too. That's the things they do. They try to bastardize.
Flavor rolling with that shit.
They tried to, because with him and Bridget Nielsen, the fluffy flu, and remember all that shit. They tried to bastardize what Public Enemy was, and that's what they do. They come in and sink in and get a motherfucker who they consider the weak link and try to go there, and it was like that's what they do. It's some fuck shit, but.
Yeah, but still, I'm still kind of disappointed in Flavor even going along with that, because it did tarnish the legacy, in my opinion, of Public Enemy a little bit. Even when Flavor did rap, he was goofy compared to Chuck D, but it was still Flavor.
He was
Flav is the son, Public Enemy #1.
Yeah.
To go from that to him and Bridget Nielsen on some
flu
weird love, and I'm sitting there like, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know Flavor went through some hard times after the peak of the group.
Yes. Nate just spoke on. So Nate talking about the Move group.
Yeah,
so,
they literally Move. When y'all understand about Move, it's some people that you try to tell them about Tulsa. About Black Wall Street, and when you say they drop bombs on people say that's hard to believe. But in the 1980s,
85,
you up on game. They literally dropped bombs on Move. And now here goes shout out to Ramona Africa. Ramona Africa, they literally told her that if she denounced the movement, she could walk out of jail at any time. All she had to do was say, I renounce Move. And guess what Ramona Africa did? She danced on them, held up a middle finger, and did the whole max of her time. And they released her because she would not renounce Move, which was a move started by a man named John Africa. Y'all gotta look up, but they literally
the Gap Band
dropped a bomb.
The Gap Band song "You Dropped the Bomb on Me, Baby," boom, 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 was about that incident.
Hey, but you know what's funny? Even despite having a hit record talking about it, and it being national news,
it didn't.
There's a lot of black people who, if you say
don't have a clue.
John Africa, Ramona Africa, and the Move movement,
they don't know shit.
They don't know what you're talking about.
It got muffled.
But then it's also black people of the previous generation that didn't know much about Black Wall Street. Like, there's been so many injustices visited upon our people that we are disconnected from that we don't even know. And when I see people supporting certain things or espousing certain viewpoints, and I be like, you know, you're supporting the very people who would have bombed you and shot the babies. Like, come on, like when you say knowledge of self, a lot of us, and when I say a lot of us, I'm talking about 80%.
When you learn,
do not have knowledge of self, and in fact, we are so not holding on to knowledge of self that when somebody does start kicking some knowledge or some 3 a.m. type of shit,
get that corny shit up out of here.
We look. Thank you. That's exactly what I was about to say.
Get that shit up out of here. Nah, nigga, you sound like what they say, and you one of them Hotep niggas, or you just that woo woo woo, and these. Yo, people, please understand something.
And that's the thing. You can start saying, hey, this is some knowledge that you need to know, and a person will literally lean back and call you a Hotep.
You're a weirdo.
And now that you a Hotep,
bitches don't want to hang with you.
And it's the thing.
And niggas fall for this shit.
Bitches is on some pop the balloon, or a nigga ain't paying me,
right,
this
Nate.
And that. Damn near transactional hoe shit.
I hate that shit.
And we got, put you like this. I don't know how we gonna turn this thing around, but it gotta be turned around. That vibe is in the building.
Go get them. So, that to the point, we have been bewildered, hoodwinked. You know what I'm saying? We be sucker ducking nowadays. You know what I'm saying? It's so much. Von Trapper, what's happening, my guy? Devon, what's happening? Appreciate you tuning in as always. All good, all love. We have been as a people hoodwinked, bamboozled, falling for the banana in the tailpipe. We've historically we've had people outside of us and inside of us who have helped push that narrative. So the whole woke conversation, you know, because we've been I ain't gonna use the word woke, but we've been eyes open conscious to shit that's going on forever. And
that
everything
vibe is in the building.
Everything has been mouth to ear. And that's how you always learn something. Don't
Shout
get
out
me
to
wrong.
my cousin Kenneth watching.
Ken, what's happening, fam? Appreciate you. Andrea and Nicole, what's happening?
Hey, Andre. There's something about Ken, my cousin Kenneth.
Ken, what's happening, man?
Man, Kenneth has no love for the Democrats, no love for Joe Biden, none of that.
Hey.
But one thing I can say, because you know I love Biden to death, not enough to be riding around with a bumper sticker, but one thing I can say about Ken is that
none of them.
He's a black man who is, since the 70s, he went over there to Vietnam, all that good shit.
Thank you for your service.
He done stood tall through it all. So when he speaks on certain things, even if I disagree, I got to respect it. So Kenneth, you my cousin, but more than that, you are truly a man that I respect.
All good. So
Devon, my cousin Devon is
Devon,
watching. One love,
One
Devon.
love. Salute.
Hey, what's up, Andrea?
I was saying, we've been bamboozled and hoodwinked forever. Mm-hmm. And what happens is, every time the opposition, and the opposition can look just like you. The opposition can be anything.
Well, they definitely gotta get what Malcolm X say? They gonna get one of us
to do us,
to say
to blame us. You know what I'm saying? But this, like we were saying, the whole woke thing, because you was talking. Remember the term, the what's the word I'm trying to think of?
Conscious. Nate said conscious in the comments.
Conscious. Yeah, we can call it conscious. We can call it woke. We can call it spirits. We can call it vibes.
Energy.
We can call it whatever the term that the folks is using.
But you know what it is.
We up on game, and the shit is growing. Everything's growing.
Mm-hmm.
Everything in the process is going back to what it's supposed to be originally.
Right.
No matter how you look at it, it's happening. Now
Now, one thing about that vibe that I gotta say is that I'm fat and they not.
All right.
But man, they always show up with food, so they like a fat boy's fantasy.
Fat guys love cake. Frosting on my beard.
And let me tell you something. One of the members of that vibe, she is thin and eats like a vacuum cleaner.
That's what's up.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I don't know what type of metabolism she has, because, man, you can call her out of her sleep and say, hey, let's go get something to eat.
She's going to make it happen.
And it's good.
Brick Smile Face Liddy, what's happening? Appreciate you for tuning in.
But the argument about the thing is that, like how you said about woke.
Yeah.
Lots of people define it different things, so you can't get lost in the semantics. Like you said, woke, vibes, energy, spirit. Here's the thing. Don't get lost in the semantics.
Because it's a lot of semantics going on.
Feel what it is. Because sometimes people will say, well, let's define it and this and that. And you're like, well, that's not exactly my definition. But y'all are actually talking about the same thing. Mm-hmm. So don't get caught in the cement. Basically, don't lose sight of the forest because you're trying to figure out the trees.
Because the roots has always been there. And the roots going to do what they supposed to.
Because if he calls it vibes, I'll call it energy. Al calls it spirits. We got to understand at the basic level, we're talking about the same thing.
Right.
And when people come in outside of our culture, when they come in outside of our intent, and they start trying to add definitions to things, they're not coming with a good intention. They are coming to basically divide and conquer. So for 30 years, we was talking about, oh, that brother's woke. Oh, this person is woke. Oh, this person knows what's going on. And then 3-4 years ago, woke become this bad thing to where even black people will be like, whoa, I don't want to call it woke.
Them niggas on some hotep shit. No,
like,
motherfucker, I'm on some knowing what the fuck is going on shit.
We used to admire brothers who knew what was going on. We used to admire people who came in and said, hey, man, they run a game with y'all. This is what's whoop-de-whoop-whoop-doo. And now we dismissive of that.
Right.
We dismissive of...
Because that's what niggas do.
And here goes the thing. You mentioned Big Mama earlier. There was lots of times when Big Mama wasn't necessarily using the slang that was there. She couldn't tell you about metaphysicals, but Big Mama was telling you some shit that you could actually live your life by. But you went out into the world and somebody told you Big Mama was wrong. Big Mama loved you and wanted what was right for you, and you listened to somebody who wanted your death and destruction over that. So, Jesus Christ. And hey, Caesar Borgia. We are literally stuck in a generation of the silliest black people that ever lived. And not necessarily based on age. Because there are some of us who had parents and grandparents who tried to march them bridges in Selma, who took everything, and now we sitting back comfortable and being dismissive of the sacrifice. Like I told somebody at work the other day, I said, yeah, we in here, but you can't get full of that. I did this, I did that, because everything we're doing, there's a black person who got hung from a tree to be able to do that. And if you don't got no respect for the ancestors, this and that,
Fuck you.
what they say,
Fuck you.
everyone who forgets the past is doomed to repeat the past.
Mm-hmm.
And they done made us so comfortable
Mm-hmm.
that many of us are dismissive of where we come from or where we need to go. And now they done put people in office who's saying, we're going to rewind the Civil Rights Act. We're going to get rid of affirmative. We're going to get rid of everything Martin Luther King took a bullet for. We finna get rid of it. And there's some Negroes sitting around talking about, yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? Who raised you?
Because also, and they also give you your entertainers, your leaders, your so-called voices, and we fall for that shit. And
some of them be like, I don't got time for all that. Oh, man, Emmett Till didn't do all that. The one man sat up there and said slavery was a choice, and some Negroes nodded their head, and I was sitting there like, you got to be joking.
All right, shit that will get you punched in your face and I'm going to use a high school reference.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use a high school reference for this. Ooh. Shit that'll have you at 3:25 scared.
Running to the bus stop.
Running to the bus stop. Y'all allow nowadays.
Harriet Tubman. Some of the shit that Harriet Tubman would have shot niggas for, y'all okay with it.
Yeah, I'm not promoting violence with this statement, but I'm just saying the shit that didn't pass the smell test, shit that just wasn't allowed, y'all allow nowadays on the regular. And you take it as law written in stone, and that's what it is. Y'all accept it, and y'all pass it on as law.
We need to pass the Harriet Tubman rule. That's my rule in dealing with you. If you say or do something that Harriet Tubman would have shot you for, I'm not fucking with you.
If you condone sucker shit, that makes you a sucker.
It actually does. It actually does. And so many cats want to be so affiliated with the streets, this and that. But even in the streets, if you sympathize with a snitch or you sympathize with a sucker, then that's what you are.
Right.
So I don't know how we've come to a generation that be like, oh, I'm going to keep it real on this.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to keep it real or solid on this.
Because look
at it.
Like,
that's goofy.
Yeah, like we were saying. You got this industry, because, I mean, a lot of us. And I'll just use my personal thoughts on this when it comes to this. Mm-hmm. Like, I enjoy doing what we do here. I enjoy having the conversations, bringing people on, entrepreneurs, artists, rappers, comedians, people who are doing things. Yeah. I enjoy this because I love it from the depths of my soul of doing this. But we don't got to be the biggest.
No.
If it means turning a blind eye to the bullshit. And I'm going to say that, and I've always said that. I'm just genuinely good at this in my spirit with this. But if they was to come to one day and be like, look, hey, we gonna give UMP, man. Y'all niggas can go far, man. But we just need y'all to tone down on some of that shit y'all be on. I'd be like, nah, I'm good. Well, you niggas will never go platinum. I'm like, nigga, what's Harold Melvin without the blue notes? You know what I mean? Shit, nigga. Teddy Pendergrass, bitch. He got records. Nigga, what? I'ma always be me. I'm never gonna stop.
And I respect you for that.
For the limelight, because nigga, other people's opinion of me. It's who I think I am. And I'm a child of God, which makes me what? God's favorite son.
I had a situation where I had wrote a script about 4 college-educated black women trying to navigate their way through the thing, and I went to this one particular production company, and they told me, we'll advance you, and they gave me a figure, which was pretty decent.
Right.
To make this movie. Said, but then dude said, and I
We
kid
need
you
more
not.
ratchet. We need more ass.
Yeah, I've told you this story before.
I know this
And dude
shit. I know how
said,
this shit
and
go.
dude said, but if you make it a little more ratchet,
I need more bitches.
we'll get this done. And I said, well, how would that work? Because the women that was in this particular story, I had pictured them as being like members of Delta and AKA, right? Not
Shout out
ratchet.
to the Greek, like the divine.
And I said, dude, how would that work? And dude basically said, another dude chimed in. It was these dudes of a particular faith that gets bashed a lot, but they literally told me, said, well, we've made money with you before, Pharaoh, but if you really want to make the real money, if you make these changes, and I said, well, that would change the fundamental aspects of the story, because the gist of the story is they met in college, and they're all fraternity, sorority sisters, this and that. And you said, unity. Hey, make them ratchet, and he told me a figure, and it was a figure that I was like, nice. At that moment that I was like, wow, not only could I make a difference in my life, I could make a difference in some of the people that work with me life.
You'll get offered.
And I actually reached out, shout out to Tish. I actually reached out to Tish and been like, hey, well, I'm at the end of the story, but these people say they'll pay me XYZ if we make this thing more ratchet. Can you pick up the ball and take it from there? And as I'm sitting there waiting, I thought about like what Dick Gregory and them be saying. Because I started thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to sell out. I don't have no problem with saying that publicly. I started thinking, I'm going to sell out, but with this money that I'm going to make, I'm going to go do all these good things and this and that. And then I started telling myself, I ain't going to go out and put no down payment on no Bentley or nothing like that. I'm going to go over to the East Oakland, EOYDC, or I'm going to do all these powerful things, right? I'm going to sell out. But then I found myself Googling they had just came out with that Bentley truck. Mm-hmm. And I was doing all these things and I realized something. And I had a moment of self-honesty. Man, if I sell out to these people and I get these checks, I'm going to go get that Bentley truck. I ain't finna do nothing with the community. And I thought about what Dick Gregory and them saying, and that's how they get you. And then I realized they would have me at that moment. They would have me. And I made a tough decision because I really needed that bread. Mm-hmm. And I made a tough decision, and I told them, nah, I'm good. And they was like, okay, well, then we'll keep it college oriented. And I said, nah, I'm good, period, right? Okay, now, since that moment, that was in 2021. Mm-hmm. Since that moment, there's been many a morning that I woke up and fucking regretted that shit.
But it's okay.
Because I made this big sacrifice. I hindered my own progress in the industry. And I don't know if I was expecting to suddenly go outside and the whole black community is applaud me. You a real one.
At the end of what movie was that? When it was a series. I remember when.
But I'm literally, and it's a struggle because sometimes there's some mornings that I wake up and I be like, man, I stood on principle, and even if don't nobody know it, man, I stood tall for my people. And then there's other mornings I ain't gonna lie, I wake up and be like, I should call. Be like, hey man, could we still make that crack? So
you know why?
It's tough. So when some of these entertainers out here get to selling out or doing certain shit, and I know they doing it purely for the money, I can be like, I can't be judgmental towards them because I sometimes wake up and be like, hey, blood, remember me? Can we still make that crack?
Here's the thing about that though, and at the end of the day, testicular fortitude, integrity.
Yes.
Your word is bond. Remember they tell you, all you got, Scarface said, all I got in this world is my balls and my word.
But my daughter just called me and said she's going to go back to school for her master's and she might have to quit her job. So my testicular, so if I could say, oh, it's nothing. I got you. I'm going to pay your supposed to, you go, girl.
I feel you. I understand that. And that's the thing about it. We that endure suffer of lack of whether it's resources,
Mhm.
opportunities. Because like you said, you say no to some shit like that. Now you didn't. Instead of you starting out
I ain't
at
gonna
gate
lie.
number 2,
I have more mornings where I feel like an idiot than I
then
feel like.
obstacles, and you got shit
I said
that's
no and thought I was the greatest nigga on earth, and now
right.
years later I'll be like, please God, let me get that opportunity
It
again.
was like, nigga, you getting quarter
I'ma sell
pounders.
all the fucking way out, and I hate to say that, but
You was getting Happy Meals, right? You eating Happy Meals with cheeseburgers, old school McDonald's cheeseburgers with the little diced onions and shit. And
they diced the
now,
shit out them joints.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? You had those, and you might even had a couple of quarter pounders with cheese, or the old school McDLT. Let's go back.
Yeah,
to
but I want a ribeye from
yeah,
Chris.
I know that. I'm saying that's what you want.
Real quick
But I'm
now.
saying you getting those, and now they like, no, nigga, you getting less than a 4 for $4. So I get it.
Mm-hmm.
That shit that you put in the realm of opportunities is slim,
Mm-hmm.
but perseverance, you know,
Well, that was one of the things. I had so
yeah,
much faith in my talent that I'm like, I could
it
brush
will
these
happen.
motherfuckers off. Somebody coming with the check, and then nobody showed up with the check.
But
And
that's
now
the
I'm like,
problem.
oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, I
That's
swear to God, if you let me get paid, I'm going to go do good things in the
because
community. I'm going to buy homeless single moms PS5s for their kids. I'm going to do.
don't
I
make
promise you, Lord, just give me another shot. But I know good and well that
you
if you
ain't gonna
gave me
buy
that
no
shot tonight,
PS5s
I'll be at the what's
with the
that,
strip
Stevens
club.
Creek Bentley
Mm-hmm.
dealership. I'll be there first thing in the morning.
Right.
The doors open at 8 and I'll be there at 7:45. So
Yeah.
that's another thing that we kind of stopped
You
me
got
from
it.
whipping up some shit because I can bullshit myself all I
Right.
want to.
Mm-hmm.
I know what I'm really gonna do, but then I also be saying I'm a talented nigga.
It's gonna happen.
I done been shot. I done had to walk them main lines. I done did all that shit. In these golden years, I deserve a Bentley. I deserve a house hanging off the fucking hill. And then I be like, but in order to do that, since I'm in the media, I gotta put forth images.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta put forth things that I've literally lived my whole life saying, man, fuck them crackers. I ain't finna do that shit.
Exactly.
But then I be sitting there like, you know what, man? Beating my head up against the wall. I'm making all these noble sacrifices. And the very people that I think I'm making these sacrifices for, when a nigga come through in a Rolls Royce, they praising blood. And I'm sitting over there in my Toyota like, I kept it real though.
Hey, but that's the thing. You go through everything. You go through the fire. Look, and I'm gonna use your reference. You talked about Kanye for a minute.
Hey, even you see what my sister
I
just
see.
said?
Yes, I did.
Hey, sis, I love you and thank you for that encouragement.
Hey, that's right. See, you exactly divine nines. Exactly, this the shit.
Yes, my
So
sister is an AKA.
salute. So the thing is, they always you gonna go through the trials and tribulations, and you in the desert. You know what I'm saying?
I regret it sometimes.
And you
though,
see
sis.
them. I know that. That's the thing about it, because that's the. But you have the foresight to look at it. You see what's going. You in the desert, striving. Like, man, I could have been eating filet mignon, ribeyes. Like you said, man, I eat ribeyes like a motherfucker. I'm a chef. You know what I'm saying? I
Shut up
do big
and
shit.
eat.
Shut up and eat. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. But I'll tell you this. I eat ribeyes and shit now, but I'm still a nigga that'll go make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich at home at 50 years old. I'll make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Just out of, I can have every, I just be like, no, something with some wheat bread. Why? Because I remember that you need a reminder of the struggle, because you'll lose yourself thinking and being in this world of fake success. There's nothing wrong with getting through, because just to get by, another reference, just to get by, just to get by, just to get by, Black Star.
Tell me about that. Yeah,
Yeah, no, about that.
Talib Kweli, most deaf are Black Star.
Because you can survive on the bare minimum, because historically we've been conditioned to survive and progress and prosper on the bare minimum. So, like I told you, I'm not a nigga that go. Don't get me wrong, I got some semi-expensive shit, but I'm not a nigga that's gonna pay $500 for some jeans. That's asinine, dumb shit.
True
Now, will I
religion with a
spend?
Versace shirt on, $1,000.
Yeah. Now, do I have some expensive stuff? Yeah, but I don't necessarily spend a lot of my money on that type of shit just to get by. Because same reason people buy. I'm gonna give it's same reason old school players had a bunch of jewelry because they can go pawn the shit when the times was down. So you got to have shit that's resourceable, recyclable, renewable energy. You niggas will get this at 3 in the morning. Jewelry is renewable energy, but I've never pawned shit a day in my life because I've never been that. Yeah, I don't do that. But I don't buy shit that I have to pawn. Now, will I sell something? Yeah, I got a fish tank right now, 180-gallon tank. Somebody want it? Holler. But anyway, you niggas have been conditioned to survive off the bare minimum. Top ramen, sardines in a can, olives, spaghetti, the original meal prep spaghetti, that shit that lasts for days, all that. You've been conditioned to survive.
Half of y'all ain't even fat. You just bloated from that high sodium processed food diet.
Get your Wonder Bread, exactly, that old bleach shit, exactly, the nastiest bread ever, Wonder Bread. But and
I got up on Roman meal and
Roman
I spent
meal,
that extra dollar.
Hey, exactly, Roman meal. See, when I was a kid, I used to hate wheat bread because I was like, but that's because I had a little bit of college. Exactly, I was conditioned in the mind a little bit. But wheat bread is the best bread for you. Oil wheat, all that shit. You niggas get your mind right. Mm-hmm. And woke is just not sleep.
Mm-hmm.
You'll get that at 3 in the morning. Woke is not sleep. Don't let them bastardize the sense of self and knowing what it is and who you are and your power. And the people that hold the power, they're on borrowed time. They're on the clock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're on the clock. But, right. Hey, Nate, we love honesty. That's what we're saying. Hamburger helper, exactly. Exactly. Shit, Miss Stouffer's, what was it? Stouffer's had the lasagna. Remember they had the pizza on the French bed. Stouffer, all that. We conditioned on being able to have the meal plan foods, so we've been conditioned to survive.
Yeah.
Dig deep.
Speaking of survive, that vibe is over there with some food, but I only see one plate being made.
We're gonna be out here in a minute, and just to let y'all know, we about to network with that vibe and planning on something next month. More details to come.
I only see one plate.
We trying to make it happen. It's a lot of things. We like I said, today's the 20th, so we 5 days for the birthday of Nimrod.
I sure wouldn't mind seeing another plate being prepared.
This nigga hungry over here. His stomach wrestling with his ribs, a hungry hostage. We've done a lot this year, man.
Mm-hmm.
And respect to Ram, Ram
shout
lost
out to
Miles.
Ram. Rest in peace to his mother.
Rest in peace to Miles. He was here earlier.
I'm definitely there for you, homie.
Yeah. So everybody that know my guy, reach out.
Right.
It's a lot when you're dealing with things around, especially around this time, because these holy days, it's a lot. Next week, Wednesday, because it's actually 2 weeks after my birthday, the greatest day ever.
It's just a day for me
to sleep. It's the birthday of Nimrod that y'all celebrate. Satan Santa. I mean, that fat dude with the belly and the gifts that come down chimneys. He come down pipes, because a chimney is nothing but a brick pipe.
You gotta be smoking the pipe to even believe that shit in the first place.
Brick pipe, that's porn. This shit. I'm giving y'all some isms, but y'all stop celebrating shit that don't. Never mind. Fuck that. Do what you want to do.
Yeah. I'm tired of porn. I was watching Pornhub, and
Nate, with mayonnaise in it. Exactly.
But there's a nigga like, now you go on Pornhub, there's this nigga they call Brick, and he like in damn near every fucking video, like
porn.
Like nigga, I don't
watch X videos.
Oh, okay.
We
have another porn expert in the another porn expert in the building. They say, look at X videos. Is there any particular tags I should search up?
I don't watch either.
A whole bunch of categories.
Okay. We're going to check her search history.
Videos, y'all. Wow. Okay. I mean, February is Love, Sex, and Intimacy show,
And
so
my birthday.
Happy birthday.
happy birthday early. It's still
To
Sagittarius season.
Rachel, a.k.a. April, a.k.a. Green Eyes.
Pharaoh, mine's Monday.
Happy birthday to Al.
You
We ain't
just
got a lot of
missed out.
AKAs,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
Al
you
just like, fuck it, I'm
yeah,
out.
you just yeah.
But
Capricorn
be in the
season.
building. I'm going to be in the building tomorrow celebrating with you.
The two caps.
I don't know about the ugly sweater. I'm going to have a sweater
Capricorn.
on, but I don't know how ugly it's going to be.
Capricorns with a K. But we got we ending the year because
Hey, Priya.
we got
Yeah, we can go and
it's
wrap
been a
this
great
thing
year.
up.
Let's wrap
Yeah.
this. Do it even. I want to appreciate everybody for tuning in. We got next week. We got a few shows next month and coming up.
Yeah, big show.
'Cause next week is the last show of 2024, the year of season 2024.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, Priya, your birthday the 24th? Okay. Happy birthday early.
Happy birthday to Priya.
Happy birthday early.
Well, 24. That's unfortunate.
Sagittarius
'Cause
season is still the
niggas
best
skimp
season
you
ever.
on the gifts.
I
I don't know what's going on with them plates. I'm looking at them. They looking
So,
empty as fuck. And I'm about to roll
Pete,
off this desk.
What you got coming up?
Uh,
Love, Honesty. That's right. Yeah, she a New Year's
we
baby.
actually putting
She
together.
gonna be on the show January
Hey.
20th, the week of the 20th. She gonna be here because she cooks and she got we gonna talk in.
Speaking of cooking, hey, shout out to Cooking with Kaya. She be damn near like in a bikini twerking and cooking, and I'm like,
I haven't seen that.
but
That's
some of
some
the
shit?
plates look good.
Really?
She cool. She look cool, but man, them plates, I'll be like, I don't know, man. If I was like 20 years younger, I'd be like, fuck that plate. Let's get it in. But right now,
But
I'd be like,
that's the
I'd be
sensation.
like, man, if you don't quit dancing and shaking my shit up and get that shit over here.
You know, that's the vibrational shit nowadays. You need tits and ass, like you said. They
I
told
mean,
you.
she got them too, but
She got yams?
but yeah, she got yams, but I need
I
yams
haven't
on my, I need yams
on my plate. Well, technically, you can have yams on your plate. Shut up and
But
eat.
here go the thing. She'll be mad as fuck fucking with me because I'll demand that plate, and once I get the plate, she'll be sitting there thinking, okay, once he done, we get it in. But guess what? When I'm done, I'm knocked the fuck out. And if she wake me up, I'll be like, man, if you want to do all that, you better go get you a boyfriend because I'm asleep right now.
Nigga stupid. But
I'm just giving you
I know
100.
you is here. But,
I know everybody is 69 sex god, this and that, but me, if ESPN or one of my shows about to come on, you got to stop all that bullshit now. Let me get this, man. We got this 86-inch TV sitting up here
Get
too,
them
man.
47 pumps
Man,
in
you
and
don't
call it a
move the
day.
fuck out the way and let me watch my show.
That's
The
right.
new episodes come every Thursday. I'm at you tomorrow.
Nice
Or maybe
guy.
the day after.
And nice guys finish last. Why? Because we make sure she comes first, second,
Yeah.
third, or fourth.
I'm headed to the streets. To the streets you came, to the streets you shall return. Because I just want to eat and watch TV.
Tell everybody where they can find you.
Hey, you can find me at Feral Films, sitting in my lazy boy recliner, doing a good imitation of my grandfather.
And I'm Deshaun. You can find me at Cognac_Confessionals on IG. Cognac Confessionals on Facebook. If you know me personally, then you can find me there. But you can always find me where? In your chick dreams. Why? Because that's where I reside. But usually, you can always find me in the safe graces of the universe. Why? Because that's where I call home.
Yes, love,
You'll
honesty,
get that
bring
at 3 in
that.
the
Bring
morning.
that layout.
Hey, yeah, you bring. Yeah,
Web.
she bring it. Yeah, we good.
My boy
She
Web
bring-
in the comments.
Web, what's happening? But yeah, and everybody, thank y'all for tuning in. Like, subscribe, share the shit, share the page, share the live. If you have a business or something going on, you want to be a part of this show, reach out to us. Let's set an interview up. Always about networking, and yeah, I'm that nigga.
Cold part about it is they
Nubian,
see me in position to
intelligent,
come, and I don't see
God-gifted
nothing hitting
African.
that plate.
Yeah, you know what I'm
And they
saying?
see I'm on my way.
And now it's time to say goodbye
To all my Negro friends.
Hey, catch y'all next week.